a shovel or a pick.
In a mine, in a mine, in a mine, in a mine, where a million diamonds shine. We dig, 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 dig from early morn till night. We dig, 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 dig up everything inside.
We dig up diamonds by the score.
1,000 rubies, sometimes more, but we don't know what we took them for. We dig, 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 dig.
Hi everybody, welcome to part 2 of our seriously silly story. Do you remember that we were reading a story called Snow White and the 7 Aliens? And we were up to the part where Snow White went into the big city all by herself, and her father has taken a plasticine nose back to the Queen, who ate it with some mayonnaise, French fries and salad. Then Snow White came upon the swinging spaceship nightclub, and the sign said cleaner wanted. So she got the job, and now she's preparing the dressing room for a special band who's playing tonight. Let's see who it's going to be. In the dressing room, she found 7 identical chairs. Laid neatly on the 7 identical chairs were 7 identical space helmets. That means they're all the same, that word identical. I wonder who will be changing in here, she thought. Just then she heard strange voices singing outside in the corridor. Hi ho, it's off to space we go. What an awful song, she thought. I wonder who wrote those terrible lyrics. The door opened and in stepped 7 of the most extraordinary creatures Snow White had ever seen.
Hi,
said the first stranger.
we are the 7 aliens. We are booked to perform tonight. We are number 4324 in the pop charts. You know, meet the band. Hi, I'm Scotty. Hi, I'm Spotty. Hi, I'm Grotty. Hi, I'm Potty. Hi, I'm Snotty. Hello, I'm Dotty.
Goodness me, what strange names. And what about you? Laughed Snow White, pointing at the very funny looking alien who had spoken to her first. What is your name? He's Botty, shouted all the other aliens together. Well, giggled Snow White, I'm very pleased to meet you. Now, if you like, I will polish your space helmets before you go on stage. While Snow White polished, she sang a sad and beautiful song. The 7 aliens were entranced. That was wonderful, gurgled Grotty when she had finished. Tell us your name. I'm Snow White, said Snow White.
Oh, Snow White, sniffed Snotty. The truth is we cannot sing for toffee, and the only words we can write are hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. If you would join our band, we would blast up the charts like a rocket into space.
And so it was that Snow White and the 7 aliens played their very first gig at the swinging spaceship nightclub. Meanwhile, at home, Snow White's father wept over his lost daughter until his jigsaw puzzles were soggy. The mean Queen, on the other hand, was in a very good mood. She went to admire herself in one of her magic mirrors.
Mirror, mirror, spill the beans. Am I now the Queen of Queens? Now Snow White's nose is in my tummy. You must admit I look quite yummy. But to her horror the mirror replied, I don't want to shock you, rotten queen, but that nose was made of plasticine. Snow White's nose is on her face. She's with some blokes from outer space. The mean queen turned purple. She smashed the mirror into 1,000 jagged pieces. Back at the swinging spaceship nightclub, Snow White and the 7 aliens had been a huge success. A record producer had heard them play and signed them on the spot. Snow White's dream was coming true at last. As Christmas approached, her single, Snow White Alien Rap, crept higher and higher up the charts, even overtaking Hank Hunk and Boy Snog. Snow White and the 7 aliens were booked to appear on the Christmas edition of Top of the Pops. Snow White was terribly nervous. She was sure the mean queen would do something to spoil her good fortune. The aliens made her promise to lock her dressing room door and not let anyone in. But with only half an hour to go before the programme, someone rattled the door handle and a voice called, Snow White, the door is stuck. It is Hank Honk here to wish you luck. Snow White thought the voice sounded a little strange, but she had just got to see if it really was Hank Hunk from Boy Snog had come to see her. She opened the door a tiny crack and in burst a tall figure with blonde hair. It looked like Hank Hunk, but surely there was something strange about his nose. I wonder who you think it's going to be. I think I have an idea. So you're a pop star now, Snow White, but you will surely faint with fright. Your band are weird, your song is crummy. You'll freeze on the stage like a plastic dummy. The world will watch you on TV, but you'll never be as good as me. Alas, it was the mean queen. When the aliens came to collect Snow White, they found her completely frozen with stage fright. What has the mean queen done to Snow White? No matter how they tried to reassure her, Snow White simply could not move her arms or legs. In despair, they carried her like a statue out of the dressing room and laid her gently on the stage. There they are, carrying her in a stretcher. I wonder if she's going to be able to perform lying down. It's a very funny position to be in. It's no use, bawled Botty. We'll have to sing Hey Ho, Hey Ho. The programme started. Fantabulous Christmas greetings, pop fans, called the announcer. We've got a sensational lineup for you tonight, including the incredible new discovery, Snow White and those 7 extremely strange aliens. We've also got Hank Honk and Boy Snog, and later, Snow White was still unable to move. To the 7 aliens, it seemed like 100 years passed by. Then at the back of the studio, someone began to push his way through the crowd. Let me through, he said. I'm a qualified heartthrob. I simply must see her. It was Hank Honk. This time it really was him. Snow White's heart began to flutter. Oh, Snow White, whispered Hank, please sing for me. He bent towards Snow White. A long blonde curl fell across one eye, and gently he kissed her lips.
Snow White leapt to her feet. "Okay, boys, let's groove," she shouted. Snow White and the 7 aliens leapt into the spotlight and began to play. Across the nation, every family threw down their Christmas crackers and began gyrating to the fantastic sounds on the television. Everybody except one person. In her dark dressing room, the mean queen stared into her shattered mirror and muttered, "Mirror, mirror, smashed to bits. Today I really feel the pits." But her husband, jiving in front of the TV, called up to her, "That's funny, honey. I feel quite perky. Come downstairs and have some turkey. If you're good, you never know. I might get out the mistletoe." On New Year's Eve, there were 7 special guests at Hank and Snow White's wedding. Their names were Scotty, Spotty, Dotty, Snotty, Potty, Grotty and Botty. And they all blasted off for a honeymoon in the stars. And guess what they were singing? You're right. Hi ho, it's off to space we go. Hi ho, 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 hi ho. And that's the end of our very silly story, Snow White and the 7 aliens. See you tomorrow, reception.